Hello, friends. Jason Schultz here, live, full pull live, Rockwell, Iowa, North Iowa Nationals, coming off a gigantic Friday night. If you joined in with us last night, we're happy to have you back. If you missed it, go back and watch the replay. It was a monster show last night here in Rockwell, Iowa. Beautiful weather again. Just super excited to be here. Today we got 4 classes for you on the afternoon session. Tonight we start at 6. Our countdown to pull time starts at 4 o'clock tonight. We got light modifieds and two-wheel drives on one track, and then super farms and super stock diesel trucks on another track. Ryan Debru, your defending Grand National Champion, with Playing with Fire. Super Semi will be joining me early on in the show, and then Renee Theobald of the Wicked team will be coming in to round out the rest of the show. And then I got some awesome guest announcers lined up for you tonight as well. We'll continue to do where you can text me some questions to ask them while we're pulling. It's been a lot of fun. Joe Ader absolutely loved it. And when Joe Ader says something's cool, we get pretty excited about that. So welcome to Rockwell, Iowa fans. We're going to get going. Let's talk about fullpullpicks.com. I want to show you what we got up for session 4. Light modifieds head-to-head. So what you're going to do, and that is the first class. So if you want to make some cash picks, jump in on this now. You pick who's going to do best between Bill Voorhees, Simon Says, Limitless, and Feisty Farmer. That's one pairing. And then International Salvation, Snow Farmer, Kentuckian, and Corporal Punishment, and the other pairing. Right now, Kentuckian and Snow Farmer and Corporal Punishment are all pretty much even money in that one. And then Simon Says and American Thunder are odds-on favorites in the first pairing. And they went 1 and 2 on Thursday night in session 1 of the light modified class. We also have up for today, we have our super stock diesel trucks. And we got head-to-heads in there as well. American Pride, who will do the best out of this group? American Pride, Top Shelf, Smoking HD, or Cummins Killer 3. Smoking HD is pretty much even money. Craig Dickey is 1.5 to 1. Top Shelf, Nick Gillette is more of a long shot at 7.5 to 1. And we have Crosswired, Pipe Dream, Rock Hard Ram, and Triple Alpha Process in the other one. Triple Alpha Process is a 7 to 1, and that truck's really starting to come around. So if you're looking for a chance to make a cash pick and maybe do well, I would take a good hard look at Triple Alpha Process, beating Pipe Dream, Crosswired, and Rock Hard Ram. Again, the pulling orders are up as well at the app. And we also have up today for you two-wheel drive picks. We have a bunch of them today. So we have 3 cash pick games for you today. And we're doing head-to-head as well. No, the two-wheel drive, is going to be picked 2 out of 3. So you are going to select 2 competitors that you think will finish in the top 3. And that's how great it is. So we're excited to have you here in Rockwell, Iowa. I'm excited because my tractor gets to pull tonight. So they rolled in this morning about 5 a.m. So great to see them here. The Remedy is here. I got my crew shirt on. I'm feeling good. My dad's doing the wheel in tonight, and I think we're first class tonight. I think Dad's gotten really hooked, so I don't know if I specifically enjoy that after sitting here for the last couple days and watching how all that shakes out. But hey, it is what it is, and you play the cards that's been dealt. So Ryan Debru will be joining me here in just a few minutes. We're gonna have our opening ceremonies. We see Marvin Epperson talking to Von Bauer down there right now. Marvin Epperson is the head of tech for the NTPA. Obviously, everybody knows the Von Bauer, all the sleds, of course, Adam's dad as well. So we're going to have a great time. So Chase Steinman will be out trackside with you again, bringing you interviews, as well as Phil Kelly. We're working on bringing you some awesome camera shots. We had some of our best camera shots ever last night. If you watched the Friday night edition, to get some really cool stuff going on at the starting line. And we're just really, really proud of what we're doing for the sport of pulling and showing you stuff you've never seen before behind the scenes in different angles. So again, we're going to get started here in just a few minutes.
Every time I see it, go ahead and sit down, folks. We got a couple things to do here yet. Every time I see that, it amazes me how lucky I am to live in this country. The reason we can all live in this country is because of men and women like these four right here. This is Legion Post 208 from here in town. Without what they did years ago and without what a lot of other people did years ago, we couldn't do this. I'd like to ask all the military veterans to please stand up. Always remember, folks, it is the veteran, not the preacher, who has given us freedom of religion. It is the veteran, not the reporter, who has given us freedom of the press. It is the veteran, not the poet, who has given us freedom of speech. It is the veteran, not the campus organizer, who has given us the right to demonstrate. It is the veteran, not the politician, who has given us the right to vote. It is the veteran who salutes the flag, who serves beneath the flag, whose coffin is draped by our flag, that allows the demonstrator to burn our flag. To all the men and women currently serving in our armed forces, and all who have served, I have two words. Thank you. Now if you'd all please stand up. Ben Baird is going to do our national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your hats. As we listen to the words of our national anthem, please keep in mind the men and women of our armed forces who are away from their families doing the hot, dirty, dangerous work so that we can be here in Rockwell enjoying a nice, safe summer evening.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, when the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the locusts spread glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Give Ben another round of applause, folks, if you would. He's been out here so far all week again doing that for us, and we really appreciate he does a super job. You people
Ryan
have been here
Debru,
on
welcome
Saturday
to the
night
Full
before.
Pull Live booth, my friend. Great to see you
Tonight
here.
is our
I see you brought a couple
veterans
flies in with you. Les Corporal and I, we need to get a fly swatter in here.
Down there by the Angry Farmer
Welcome,
Winter
welcome,
Circle.
welcome. So,
You can come down, go through this
Alec,
lane
you bring us over picture. So, anyway, I want to show Ryan Debru here in the Playing with Fire, Super Semi, defending Grand National Champion. Are you third in points right now?
No, I'm way down. We have had too many problems.
It happens. That happens. So talk right into that mic, Ryan, or people won't be able to hear you. Sorry. A lot of people were texting me last night. What engines are in the semis? And I had a couple people text me and say, mostly cats. But like, what do you have in yours? What's Simon have in his before we start pulling here?
Most of the guys in the class, they've got mechanical cats.
Okay.
So a lot of those 3406Bs and stuff like that. Do we have any Let It Rip Tater Chip.
Let It Rip, okay.
Yeah, he's got a Cummins.
Okay. But mostly cats.
Mostly cats, and then we're doing something different. We have the electronic fuel injection, so it originally started out as an Acer club.
Okay. As we welcome up there, this is going to be Austin Berry fans out of Warsaw, Ohio, with the International Salvation. Be the first puller in our 6,200-pound light mod class today. This class was won by Bill Voorhees in session 1. Again, here's my good friend Ryan Debru, Plate of Fire, Super Semi Grand National Champion. I've known Ryan for 15 years. Just watched him grow up in the game, if you will. Kind of starting out basically with a hot stock semi, and now he's fallen to the highest level with the NCT Grand National. So happy to have you in the booth. I'll have Allison put my phone number up there so people can text me. So I'll tell her quick to do that. Allie, whenever, throw my phone number up so I can talk about that. And if you're live on Facebook and YouTube right now, what we want you to do is enjoy the first couple of pulls for free, and if you really like what you're seeing, for $39.99 a month. What a smoking deal! Otherwise, you pay $25 a session for a month. It's amazing what you can get. All these Grand National. We've really stepped up the game here with Full Pull Live this year with all the different camera angles. And Ryan, it's fun to have. It's really been fun to have the pullers inside the trailer because first of all, they're like, holy cow. What did Joe Ader say? He goes, I figured there was just a golf cart and a bunch of beer in here with you guys. So we're having a lot of fun. Austin Berry, Warsaw, Ohio, International Salvation will be our first puller. Here we go. That's my cell phone number. If you want to ask Ryan Debru a question, a lot of you were asking me about the engines in the semis last night, and I'm not very mechanical with that stuff. Please text me a question, and we'll ask Ryan here on the air. We're going to have him in for the first class, and then Renee Theobald is going to come in for the two-wheelers after she wanted to watch the light mod class with Les Corporal. So we watched the replay here. The day tracks are always different than the night tracks. That night track last night, that was awesome, Ryan. I don't know. I mean, it was taking all of your power, buddy, because you had an awesome hook. It was dragging you down there to the right, down at the end, and you don't have rear brakes, like, right?
No, we're locked in. We're all locked in,
okay.
yes.
That's awesome.
If you take both rudders off the ground, you're gonna go for a ride.
I love that. We are good on the light mods. Austin Berry is such a distance speed. Austin Berry is 5th in points, 15 points behind. With the NTPA, you go 30, 29, 28, 27, 26. So I'm going to switch over here to Super Farm. Torrey Keep, Stewartsville, Minnesota. The Hooterville Hustler will be our first puller. The Hooterville Hustler is signed up for Grand National points. Has not had a top 5 yet in Grand National this year. Sitting 14th in points. My last excuse, Dave Whalen, comes in the lead in the points. 1 point ahead of Binder Express. Last night, Binder Express had a 4-point lead on these guys. The Binder Express had an early hook, and the track, I feel like, just got better on them, and they just kind of kept walking out there. That's with these first classes, especially on a day track, I think that could happen again today. So, Ryan, do you like being the first hook, or would you rather? I've heard a lot of different things from
the semi class. We're kind of a road builder class. So generally, I know a lot of people like to go first, but the semi class prefers usually to go towards the end. The trucks do a nice job of smoothing out the trail, and if we can stay on that same track, usually get a little bit better.
So after watching 4 complete sessions here in Rockwell, Iowa, on that right track as I sit on the vehicle, that's how I always announce it, Ryan. I feel like middle, the middle's been the good. There's not much on the edges on that track, I don't feel. And on the other track, the left track, it's been that left line almost right next to that white line where I've seen some of the biggest distances of the weekend, Bud.
And hasn't it been that way kind of historically here?
Yep.
I mean, especially on the left track. I know they always pound that left line.
So he did drop this hook. So Joe Bush with Fear the Deer out of Boone, Iowa. Wayne Lamore finishing the top 3 last night. So he did turn that 317.385 down. And I don't know, Ryan, that's a tough decision like that. But we've seen such big distances here out of Rockwell. I don't mind. I don't think that was a bad decision.
Hats off to the Rockwell team. Last night saw him, Bill and his crew out there till
2 in the morning, I think,
personally
right?
Witnessed them till 2 in the morning.
Were you drinking Crown Royal?
I would like to think that I was just out there to watch the track crew. But
We're going to get you a Crown Royal sponsorship. I don't know if Bennett's going to be okay with that, but Bennett Trucking, but we're good to work on that for you. It's all good. That's the deal. Bill Voorhees, American Thunder, your winner. Thursday night session one. Again, right there, man. That's the line I've seen all weekend. And when I had my 4-1 here a couple years ago in 22, that was the line as well. You had to run it.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, running the line, you're all in, right? I will say, last night we were so hooked into the track that I started taking both tires off the ground, and for me, that's not too common.
Right.
The left tire easy, but the right tire, try to keep that planted so we can do some steering. But I had to crank the wheel over, and we were shooting the rooster dirt off just to try to stay in bounds. So that means that we were hooked up in the back.
Bill Voorhees, your Thursday night winner, coming up next.
Well, Jason, he had the most satisfaction when you get to see the flagman backpedaling for all he's worth. That's
what they always say. It's like, how do you know you're in the lead when you see the flag guy start to back up? So Bill Voorhees does what Bill Voorhees does. The American Thunder out of Argos, Indiana. New leader, as we like to say, 351.885. That's awesome. That is awesome. Joe Bush, Fear the Deer, out of Boone, Iowa, is going to set the distance to beat here on the Super Farm class. I love showing these camera angles like this. This is the stuff you get to see. This with the live TV, we're going to give you the best production we can with all this. Get you up close with the competitors. Show you what they're doing, show you the tech officials. It's been a lot of fun to bring this level of live TV to the sport of truck and tractor pulling. We are live in Rockwell, Iowa, Session 4. Super Farms and Light Mods have started. Marvin said, tighten those up, Joe. It's going to be important. Otherwise, you're going to make one of them wild ride videos. So, again, Ryan Debru with me, playing with fire, your defending Grand National champion. In the booth, he hooked last night. Did you get third last night or fourth?
Ended up with fourth.
That's a thought. So one, who got ahead of you? Chris Jeffress is one of his trucks. I can't remember which one. Temperamental, I think? No. Bad Dog.
Bad Dog.
He's only got 3 of them. So. Good. It's been great to have him this year, bringing 3 trucks, and they all run. So.
Yeah, and Chris is a great guy, and his team, they're all good people. It's a lot of fun to hang out with nice people that way.
First question, when are we going to see that super stock diesel truck?
Well, we had some great planning once we got the engine to us. Our family and the guy that does all of our plumbing, all the stainless steel welding.
Yeah.
We all went on vacation for a week, so we lost a week there. And Jason's on the fire department with me. That's the other thing. That's why we're playing with fire. Everybody that works on that truck is a fireman somewhere. Most of them are on the department with me in New Franken, just outside of Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Joe Bush, Fear the Deer, tough running Super Farm, is going to set the distance to beat. Show the replay and we'll get our distance here. I definitely think Tori did the right thing by turning that down, because I think you went by him at least 10 feet or so, Ryan. So.
Yeah, and sometimes that first pass, that's some stale dirt.
Yep. Absolutely, yeah, because Tori was 315, Jodas goes 330.195. That's going to slide him into the top spot. Next up on Superform, John Silsby with the Crop Doctor. Pretty sure he finished in the top 3 last night. Todd Feist, the Snow Farmer, will be up next on the light mods. Everybody's chasing Bill Voorhees out there at 351.
It's a little bit of a lonely feeling when you turn down that first hook until the next guy goes to see where you stand.
Did I screw up or not? So. I'm excited for your Super Stock Diesel truck. That's going to be great. You're an awesome dad, and your kids are such a big part of this sport. You know, it's awesome.
You know, it's a class that I enjoy watching. It's a class that I enjoy the people in it, and you know, I know most of them, and had a lot of fun with them. And it's like, well, let's do something different. Well, we're not going to do another semi. We're just too big, too heavy, and lately too much work. But Marshall was interested in that, and then you know, Blake is a couple years behind him, so that's for both of them to drive. And
awesome.
They're excited. And
I thought you said one of them wanted the pro stock one.
The youngest one.
He told me to get a job, right?
Yeah.
A really, really good paying job. Todd Feist, Snowformer, Lawrenceburg, Indiana. Light mod coming up next, 351. Is it going to be the distance to beat here?
What's their profession? Ski resort?
They own a ski
resort, right?
That's where the snow comes from. It's like being a teacher. You go, just try to take the whole summer off. So it's all good.
Sure works out good for pulling.
Yeah, it does. And we've seen that with the mods. I saw it with the Diesel Supers last night. There's a group out there, and it takes them to the right. If they don't correct it right away, like Jeff Rose corrected it yesterday in the mod class, he won the class. But once it gets going to the right, it's all over. We saw a couple tractors go out of bounds yesterday.
Really?
They get into a groove over there.
Out of bounds to the right?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Just yanks them all over. Like Jeff Rose yesterday, about right there. Tap that left brake and straighten it out. But Todd, watch him just get yanked over. And you can almost see the groove in it here, from the rollers. There's nothing over there. Nobody has found a good line over there. This is all out of the first 4 sessions that I've seen. So, and you can see he's 60 feet back, and that tractor's not 60 feet behind the Warriors, but he is today because of that.
Yeah, it's all about quick decisions on whether you touch that brake or not.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, down here with Jeremy Yeager, the driver of Pipe Dream Superstock 4-wheel drive truck. Now, Jeremy, you had some issues yesterday, but you've had a pretty good season so far. How are you going to adjust your driving style here for today's show? Is there anything you're going to try different?
Absolutely. First thing we're going to pay attention to this track. I think in this hot heat, dry heat, it's going to change. I was a little too aggressive with the throttle on Thursday. Didn't finish well, but we're going to try it again, be a little more patient, hopefully it works out.
So with these Superstock diesel trucks, how much of it is the horsepower you have and how much of it is the driver?
So, obviously you have a certain amount of horsepower. Do we have the answer is probably not. There's a lot of driving going on there. It's definitely your left foot and your right hand are making a big difference in how far you go.
Well, absolutely, and we've seen quite a few good runs out of you here this year, so hopefully we'll see a good run with you here tonight. So wish you the best of luck. We'll send it back to you guys. Thanks, man.
Jeremy Yeager, Ryan, coming off a sweep before recovery. It was just awesome to see him do that with the Pipe Dream. So 05, good hook for him. Ryan, do you don't ever really get on any daytime tracks, do you, in the semi class? I always feel like you guys are the last class of the night. And
we did. Where did we? We were in the afternoon somewhere this year, and that was really weird. And then they were in Fort Recovery, which unfortunately we were broke that day. We weren't able to go down there. I was taking the engine apart. I had my laptop hooked up to the TV right next to me, about 6 feet away, while I was taking away my engine, and I was frustrated about all of it.
Yep, no, I understood completely. Again, Ryan Debru with us live in the booth from Rockwell, Iowa. I didn't see the pulling order. You guys later class tonight as well, or are you earlier?
Yesterday we were the third class. We were in front of the Unlimiteds.
Yep.
That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
These guys make some big holes.
Yes, they do. They destroy tracks. You can just see it. You can see it here big time. So here comes Mitchell Phipps driving the Hush Money today. This is the Phipps family and Steve Hood own this tractor together. The Phipps had a two-wheel drive T-Bucket for the longest time. Steve Hood and Russell Phipps are good friends, and they put this light modified together, so it's been pretty neat to watch them. Had a good look. Thursday night, session 1. They're from Illinois, Jerseyville, Illinois. So great to see it. Now he's on that line, and I'm telling you, and I'm not picking on people because I'm a puller and I rarely do a good job. That's why I let my dad drive my tractor and Doug Meisinger. But flat out, if you do not keep your vehicle left to center here, you are not going to win this class today.
Yeah,
you have to be on that brake. You see his feet on the brakes there. That's, you want to go left, you push a left brake, you slow that left tire down, the right tire overpowers it, vice versa the other way. So the chain is tight. 351 is the distance to beat. Bill Voorhees parked one out there with American Thunder. That tractor went right immediately.
Instantly.
I feel like he did touch the brake though, Ryan. So. Let's talk about some of your sponsors. You picked up Bennett Transportation last year, or was that 2 years ago now? At the farm show, I feel like you rolled them out, or at the
truck show.
The truck show.
Truck show, yeah. Yeah, Bennett's been a great sponsor. They're a big trucking company. They've got 12 different divisions. Not all of them have a Bennett name. Like Acorn, for example, one of the oldest trucking companies out there. That's one of theirs. So a great group of guys. Had a lot of fun meeting them, and got to meet. We do meet and greets at different events. They've got different locations with different divisions all over. So, and then at Bowling Green, they come out and they do a big tailgate party, which is something I'm familiar with. So
yeah,
it's been a lot of fun. I got to meet a lot of the drivers, a lot of the customers, it's always fun when you get to work with good people, right, Jason? I mean, that's a super important thing. And Bennett, that group's been a lot of fun.
Lead Butts Press On, the next super farm out of Fairgrove, Michigan.
Actually, we were a customer of theirs last year. Bought a piece of equipment out in Ohio, and they came out with a big removable gooseneck trailer and stretched it all out for me and got my big piece of equipment moved over by me.
Lee is currently 10th in the points, only 13 points out of first. Best finish this year is a second in Brandenburg last weekend. It's been really nice to see this event grow, Ryan. How many years have you been coming here to Rockwell?
I can't even tell you, a long time. When before we committed to the entire Grand National Circuit, this was on our list that we came down to, so that's why I'm not positive.
Yeah, I think they said they've been doing it for 16 years. I think they said they rented the facility the first year. You see Lee Butts' replay there with the Press On tractor. Again, thanks for tuning in today on a Saturday. Hope everybody's doing well. We just moved into second at 3:24. Joe Bush still sitting out there with Fear the Deer at 3:30. Well, Bill Voorhees is biting his fingernails somewhere right now, Ryan. That guy right there driving, he's also messing with you now in that semi-truck class too, Ryan. He should have said, hey, buddy, just stay with the pro stocks and leave us alone. So he told the story of kind of how he bought the truck. He said it was kind of funny. R.J. Simon says, of course, they have two-wheel drives. They got this light mod, they got the big mod, they got the semis, and of course they got their pro stocks as well. So you're almost going to see a Simon name in every class. So RJ's a heck of a good driver. He will. I guarantee he will stay on this left line. He'll do whatever it takes. Saw a couple guys try so hard to stay on the left line last night. They actually upset their rear tires a little bit. Ezra Lane was one of them. The box came up. He went straight in the air. Colin Ross, same thing. He still won because Colin Ross just wins. That's what that triple bypass tractor does. But it wasn't the smooth Colin Ross pass that we normally see. But I think the sled operators got a little nervous last night after some of those big hits in that. They reset that pro stock class twice and the two-wheelers. So that's a good track. Taking lots of power. These guys are making a lot of power. It's not every day you get to use all of your power. But I would say the Grand National tracks are probably some of the best in the country. Just because of the time. They've been around 30, 40, 50 years. You think some of the long-standing events like that. So they know it's important. If they want to have the big pullers, you got to have a good track. So
let's see if RJ can stay in the line he wants.
There's Brent Meyer, helps him out with everything. Brent also drives injected funds. He's leading the points. He's also a defending Grand National champion like yourself.
And a Wisconsin boy.
Yeah, and a Wisconsin boy. Red Granite, Wisconsin. Lincoln Diesel Specialties is his business. All right, let's go, RJ. This is going to be close, Ryan. I don't know if there's that's what Bill spun out more in the middle, remember? I don't know if that's some of his who stirred up there or not. So what a pass. I just want to clap my hands. RJ, he kept it on that left line. I don't know if I could do it myself, but I could tell people what to do, Ryan.
That's two different talents, right? Understanding and doing.
Yep, exactly. Simon says your points leader tonight has 4-point lead over Bill Voorhees and American Thunder. We'll find out if he took the lead here in just a second. I think RJ's just used to have to getting off and running back and driving something else. But here's your replay. New leader by 17 feet.
Wow.
Now, out here, and this is where I feel like an earlier hook where the sled hasn't been and the grousers right there get out on new dirt. I feel like they're, maybe just scrape the top, and maybe I'm just making it up. But I kind of feel like that's an advantage, Ryan, to get out some new dirt.
Yeah,
that's just been rolled over with the Packer,
and I know in our class, you're always thinking about what's good for the truck.
Yep.
But then you also want to know what's good for the sled.
Yep.
Because in our class, we can go drive into a spot in the track and give that sled an extra brick.
Yep. Your defending Grand National champion at Super Farm coming up next. Greg Freeze, Manchester, Tennessee, with the Deer Tracks. Currently 12th in the points, only 16 points back. One top 5 this year, got a third. And Farley, Iowa, the first hook of the year for the Super Farms. Deer Tracks. All you John Deere fans, 4430 is my favorite John Deere tractor of all the time. Ernie Ropp was my hero back in the day. Yeah, just a little bit left of center, right of center has been the line on this track. Ryan, you came down the middle, and then towards the end it pulled you off to the right. I saw Terry Blackburn last night in Light Super start off on that left side, and he went nowhere. And that's weird to see Terry do that, but you can really see the momentum sitting inside here watching this with us, Ryan. Again, thanks for coming in today, hanging out with us behind the scenes a little bit. I know you got to get out there and work on your truck after this class, but it's great to have you in there. I really wanted to talk about the semi engines and explain that. What's approximate horsepower you think you guys are running?
Mid fours.
Mid fours.
Yeah.
Weighing 20,000 pounds. And we watch a replay here of the Deer Trucks. All right, fans, for those of you watching for free on Facebook and YouTube, your freeness is about to end. So we need you to head over to fullpull.live, and we need you to get out your credit card and buy the awesome live stream that we're putting on. And again, you can watch the replays over and over and over again, fans. It's a great deal for $39.95 a month, or